mean service and quality time. The love language of quality time is about focusing on each other's needs. Quality time targets really listening and giving undivided attention. For instance, preparing dinner together with cell phones and the television off. To genuinely speak this love language, focus on the quality of time, not just quantity. Speaking your loved one's language of love is a powerful way to build emotional security and a more meaningful relationship.
For questions or more resources, text 258-1029.
The material discussed in this program is for information purposes only. It is not intended to be used as a recommendation for investing or as legal advice. Each person has his or her specific situation, circumstance, and objective, and should consult their own personal advisor or counsel.
Thursday morning here on KSJE. Time to check in with Jason Calcote from Citizens Trust and Investment Corporation to tell us how the economy is doing. Jason, good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here. And what are you seeing out there?
Well, markets were closed on Monday. We had a holiday.
Of course.
Tuesday, we started off pretty bumpy. We had over the weekend the new tariffs from China hit on, I believe, Saturday.
Right.
And then the U.S. turned around and imposed 15% tariffs on Sunday.
Take that.
Yes, exactly. The 1-2 punch.
Okay.
So, yeah, all the major indexes fell, an average of about 1% on Tuesday. Just really the latest escalation of the long-running trade war that we're having with China right now.
Sure. Okay.
Is still affecting the market. September, historically, not a great month for stocks anyways.
Okay.
So
just because, I guess, right?
Yeah,
just historically.
Historically.
And so, but then you said bumpy, so things went down, then they came back up.
They did. On Wednesday, we had kind of this rebound. So Tuesday, we had bond yields falling, bank stocks falling, manufacturing stocks. Really, all areas of the market were affected on Tuesday and fell. Again, September historical numbers. Usually, the market declines around 0.5% in the month of September.
Right.
Whereas gold is up about 1.7%.
Okay.
So you can see there was a shift. There's usually a historical shift in September to these kind of safe haven assets.
You're out of the market into other places, I see.
Right. And then, in the midst of all this trade war going on, we've also got some signals of slowing growth, both globally and domestically. On the domestic side, the Institute for Supply Management, ISM, they really keep an eye on the manufacturing sector. And they show that the manufacturing sector actually contracted for the first time since 2016 during the month of August.
Okay.
So kind of a slow in all the areas to do with manufacturing, really.
Gotcha.
So not the best outlook for growth.
I suppose that might have something to do with China, don't you think?
Yeah.
Don't we manufacture a lot of things?
We do.
In China, or doesn't China do that and export it to us?
Yep, and we do the same, and we get some little pieces from them to make our stuff.
Components and things, yeah.
Yeah. So the ISM uses the Purchasing Managers Index, the PMI, lots of acronyms going on.
All right.
To really gauge the manufacturing sector, and it fell to 49.1%. We don't want to see it go under 50%. So
which it is. Okay.
Yeah. So that happened on Tuesday.
Right.
But then Wednesday, like you said, we had all three major indexes bounce back. If we want to take a look at the charts.
Yeah, we got charts here, so let's take a look. This is the Dow Jones.
Okay.
And this is year over year, so this is comparing it to last September 5th.
Right.
And so we can see it kind of a little bumpy there.
Yeah, little
at the end of that green line, but it is higher than it was last September.
That's
what we're
true.
showing. So
and those bumps really started, towards the end of the summer.
Yeah.
July and August, and now, it looks like we're starting up pretty well this morning.
So far.
Yeah, it's green.
We'll see. Yeah,
good.
Exactly. S&P, same kind of thing.
Same thing. So green year over year. The good thing about the S&P to note that year to date we're up about 18% on the S&P. So
from January.
Right, that's
yes.
correct. This is year over year, and we're in the green. So
you can see how low that line was in January, everybody,
exactly
if you look at the chart that we're showing you on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. And then the NASDAQ, though, is still below last year.
Not quite there yet. Yeah, NASDAQ really got hammered.
That's the tech-heavy index,
right.
And so
that's right.
They're having their own issues.
Yep, so we're trying to claw back there, but they did rise. Equities were up across the board yesterday. The 10-year Treasury was up, which is nice to see. You want to see that yield curve have a normal curve instead of the inverted.
That's right.
That we've experienced in the past.
Because that's a concern, too. And we've seen that happen recently.
Yeah, that is an indicator right there, a leading indicator of the economy. So, typically a recession follows around 22 months after that happens. But
Okay.
we'll have to wait and see there.
Gotcha.
Some of the geopolitical stuff is calming down as of yesterday. We had Hong Kong officially withdrew the legislation to allow for the extradition to China.
Right.
Which is great. All those protests, hopefully that all calms down now and we can get back to normal over there.
Okay.
On the Eurozone side, we had the UK Parliament actually passed a law that would allow to block a no-deal Brexit. So we're not
Right.
going to have a no-deal Brexit going on.
Sure. But still seems to be some uncertainty, especially for listening to the BBC News this morning. They were talking about that the Prime Minister's own brother has quit his seat from Parliament.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't know what that
A
means.
little political
There's a
unrest
little
still.
bit of analysis there, but anyway, so there you go.
And then we had Italy. The two major political parties in Italy have really been kind of sparring the last few months. We haven't really talked about it much.
Okay.
But that has calmed down as well. They've come into an agreement. So some geopolitical tensions are starting to calm down a little bit. So hopefully that can allow us to focus back on making a deal with China and
Right.
moving forward out of this escalating trade war.
Right, and it seems like there's some reports that the two sides are going to start meeting
Yes.
For trade talks, U.S. and China, so
Yep,
as you said.
I think they're scheduled towards the end of the month, and then we've got the Fed meeting coming up too in September,
Okay.
September 18th. So that's a couple weeks away, and the market's all but priced in a rate cut for that as well. So
Right, they're expecting that to
they
happen.
are expecting that. So interesting to watch.
We will see what happens, and
We
you'll be
will.
here to explain it to us.
I will. I'll be
okay,
here.
good, because I don't know what's going on, but I'm glad you do. Jason, thanks so much.
Hey, thanks for having me.
You bet. That's Jason Calcote, everybody, from Citizens Trust and Investment Corporation here on KSJE Farmington. 8:59 now on KSJE. We are monitoring situation in Charleston, South Carolina. Of course, they are awaiting the arrival of Hurricane Dorian. They're getting some of the early bands of rain and wind. We're showing a picture from a few moments ago from Charleston on our Facebook page and YouTube channel right now. Right now it's 75 degrees in Charleston, but winds are about 30 miles per hour. They've had a little bit higher gusts, but nothing hurricane-like at the moment. But they are awaiting stronger gusts as those bands and the Hurricane Dorian gets closer. It is tracking towards Charleston, South Carolina from the south. Our forecast here in Farmington is calling for much calmer weather, of course. Mostly sunny skies today. The high 94 in Farmington. Clear and 63 tonight. Partly sunny skies on Friday tomorrow. The high again of 94 degrees. It'll be 65 Friday night. A bit cooler, though, with maybe a chance of a very isolated shower developing on Saturday, Sunday, and early next week. The high tomorrow, 88 in Farmington on Saturday, 87 on Sunday, and mid-80s on Monday and Tuesday of next week. Overnight lows, again, isolated showers in the forecast, lows in the lower 60s to mid-50s for the next several days. I'm Scott Micklin. Thanks so much for joining me, everyone. Have a great Thursday. I'll talk to you again tomorrow morning, beginning at 8 o'clock right here on KSJE Farmington. My guest on Friday from Habitat for Humanity in San Juan County. We'll get an update on the house that they are building for a local family and some of the other events that are coming up to benefit San Juan Habitat for Humanity. So I'll see you tomorrow morning, everyone, right here on KSJE. Have a good Friday.